And who will see for our starting five for both teams. And, guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Carter?
Yeah, he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And, of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And, Steve, near the bucket, he's one of the best finishers around. I mean, he does a great job of using his strong body to fight through contact and get to the rack.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Oden kicks to Roy. Roy off a pick from Oden. Roy attacking. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Jefferson passing to Robinson. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Here's Blake, defended by Vaughn. Oden kicks to Batum. He feeds it to Outlaw. Shot clock at 6. Here's Blake. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Blake hits them both.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Well, now let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Nate McMillan. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. He told me he's anxious to see how they do against a very connected and intelligent defensive team, saying, quote, "We can't be careless with the ball, and we can't just put our heads down. We have to play hard, but we also have to play smart. That's how we'll be successful." Kevin, can they find the right balance?
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve, Clark, how do you best throw defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively where you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part...
That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
You know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Right side, Batum. They get a hand on it. And now New Jersey on the break. Carter leading the charge. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Dives for it. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And the Nets with possession here. Robinson, a screen on Roy. Back to Robinson. The pass to Vaughn. Makes the lead pass. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Outlaw. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Blake dishes to Roy. Pass to Oden. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Roy. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Blake with it. Kicks it to Outlaw. They need this. He takes it up and lays it in. Outlaw has got his first 2 points of the night.
Now, when he gets an opening like that, he'll definitely take it.
Carter outside. Feeds it to Kristich. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Joel Frisbilla checked in for Portland. Here's Blake, defended by Vaughn. Outlaw, the pass to Frisbilla. He kicks to Outlaw. The feed to Frisbilla. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Rodriguez is checked in, so timeout called here, the first for Portland. Here's Outlaw, and that one is stuffed right through.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
It's rebounded by Rodriguez. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Memphis. He started by Frisbilla. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New Jersey.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Roy attacking. They get it back. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets leading by 4. Vaughn, the pass to Kristich. Nets passing it around. Carter outside. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Kristich. New Jersey needs to get off a shot here. No good from Vaughn. Trailblazers trail by 4. Roy kicks to Rodriguez. Rodriguez right side. Poked away. It's stolen by Jefferson. He lobs it up. Carter.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those break. He always finishes strong.
Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Toronto. Rodriguez passes to Outlaw. Knocked away. Back to Rodriguez. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the play. Program with force.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. They're turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Clock at 6. Batum for 3. Portland no good that time either. New Jersey leading by 8. That drive by Carter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Roy kicks to Rodriguez. To stop the drought. Batum, plenty of space. No good.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
It's off his foot. And it's being called a kickball. So Portland ends up going with the new group. .103 left to play in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Collins. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Collins has got his first bucket in this one. Here is Bayless, defended by Planinic. Now Bayless. He passes to Fernandez. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Bayless. That's tipped. And out of bounds as New Jersey gains possession. Nets leading by 10. Left side, Martin. Puts it up from 7. That's good on the jump shot.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Bayless kicks to Fry. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, good from Fry. Knockball, defended by Batum. Really left alone that time. And the Nets lead by 12.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Here's Bayless. A steal. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
On the floor for Portland, Steve Blake is out there with Jared Bayless. Then there's Channing Frye. Then there's Rudy Fernandez. And it's Aldridge in at the 4. Blake with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Blake kicks to Fernandez. The dish to Bayless. Pass to Fernandez. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. The shot no good. The Nets go the other way with it. There's the pass to Planinich. Murray defended by Bayless. Martin attacking. Aldridge is there. And it's Martin missing. Trailblazers trail by 14. Outside Aldridge. Bayless. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. A different look now for Portland. Oden comes in for Channing Frye. And Ike Diagu subbed in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Brooklyn. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. The Blazers on offense, down by 12. Bayless dishes to Diagu. Blake kicks to Diagu. Robinson on him.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. There's the pick. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here is Fernandez, defended by Planinich. 5 to shoot. And the Nets making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Here is Fernandez, looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Bayless. He feeds it to Diagu, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Robinson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Blake with it. Jefferson on him. The second chance effort. And the basket by Blake. Last outing for New Jersey, they won that game against the Celtics in Boston. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Well, I'm anxious to see what ends up happening with that Bulls game. Should be a good one.
On defense, the Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. And here's Carter. 8 points for him. Pass to Robinson. Jefferson. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Blake. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Blake's got 6.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
It's Rudy Fernandez on the wing. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Kicks it to Carter. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Robinson passes to Thomas. He got right to the cup using that screen. Thomas got his first 2 points. Trailblazers trail by 10. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Here is Bayless. Here's Blake. And the call will be against Steve Blake. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Carter kicks to Jefferson. And a miss there on the triple. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Yeah. I know you agree with that, Steve.
No, totally. You've got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
And Robinson comes to help. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Bayless.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Feeds it to Jefferson. Pass to Planovich. From deep. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And Portland making a change here. He kicks it to Robinson. Backs in.
Punches it down.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Now they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Fernandez. It's rebounded by Kristich.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Robinson sets a screen for Carter. Carter off a pick from Kristich. 5 on the clock. Here's Robinson. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And now it's an 11-point New Jersey lead. Here is Bayless. He's got 5. And good on the basket. Book it. Bayless has got 7.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And Carter backs in. Now the pass to Vaughn. Fires for 3. Kristich dishes to Robinson. He passes to Vaughn. Jefferson with a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Taken away. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
There's the feed to Fernandez. Dishes it to Batum.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Joel Frisbilla checked in for Greg Oden. And so here's Portland. They trail by 11. Outside, Batum. Outlaw. The rebound by Carter. Jefferson with it. He's picked up by Roy. And Jefferson gets it to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Rodriguez with it. Now guarded by Vaughn. Poke loose. Clock at 6. Kristich kicks to Carter. There's the dish to Kristich. Pass to Vaughn. Back to Jefferson. Nets passing it around. Carter off a pick from Kristich. Carter, the pass to Kristich. Just 5 to shoot. Jefferson's shot is off.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Passes it to Vaughn. He dishes it to Jefferson. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Rodriguez. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist. Roy's got 5. And here comes Carter. Good if it goes. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome in. The Mavericks out at American Airlines Center.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been a clinic from Robinson.
That'll be important to see, if they can slow him down in the second half here, because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you've got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, front him, play behind, double team him. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for New Jersey right now, Robinson.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Blake kicks to Batum. Pass to Oden. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Blake dishes to Outlaw. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Outlaw's got 7 points. It's Jefferson with the drive. Carter outside. Carter left side. Here's Vaughn. Offline with his 3.
Normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And Carter backs in. Back to Robinson. The pass to Vaughn. Carter outside. It's Jefferson outside. And that one's good. Jefferson's got 9.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is to lock things up inside.
Sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
One reason they're on top right now is that they haven't done a whole lot of what just happened there. Only a couple times have they given the ball away.
Carter comes in with the double team. Blake with it. Now guarded by Vaughn. Vaughn. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Portland now. And Roy, here we go. Carter with the block. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. He feeds it to Kristich. Carter outside. Great D that time from Roy. Trailblazers trail by 6. kicks to Batum. Feeds it to Oden. Back to Batum. He passes to Oden. And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Another steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Carter.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Oden with the ball. 6 points for him. He kicks to Batum. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Kristich. Nets leading by 4. Vince Carter on the wing. Carter right side. He's covered by Roy. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Outside Jefferson. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Vaughn, the pass to Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Blake. Outside Roy. And there's the feed to Blake. Clock at 6. Outside Batum. From deep. The shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Martin the screen. Dishes to Collins. Martin guarded by Fry. Tries from 7. And it's Martin missing.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Nets leading by 5. Going by Roy. And now Portland on the break. And there's the lay-in. Roy's got 10 points.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Here's Martin. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And his specialty is tracking down those great offensive rebounds that oftentimes he can put right back up for an easy deuce.
Steve, he is always on the prowl. I mean, you got to body him up early, or he'll stake out that prime real estate for those second shot opportunities.
Outlaw with it. Now guarded by Murray. Outlaw's shot is off. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own. Yeah, but it's fun to watch.
You know, for a player with his explosiveness, that was ATM time. Cash, money, the easy way.
Yeah, that kind of defense is not going to cut it against him.
Cash, money. I like that, Clark.
Rejected by Collins. Vaughn, the pass to Carter. In low to Martin. Pass to Vaughn. Martin with a screen on Roy. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Steve Blake's checked in for Portland. The dish to Batum. Passes it to Fry. And that one's good. Fry's got 5 points so far.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Blake kicks to Outlaw. He dishes it to Fry. And the pass to Blake. He feeds it to Roy. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his third rebound tonight, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Fernandez is checked in. Kicks it to Outlaw. Feeds to Fry. He's against Martin. And out of bounds as New Jersey gains possession. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Martin with the screen for Carter. Back to Martin. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Trailblazers trail by 8 on the floor for Portland. Joel Przybilla is up there with Travis Outlaw. Then there's Batum. Then there's Rudy Fernandez. And it's Rodriguez in at the 1 spot. For 3, Fernandez. Good. And Rodriguez gets the assist. Fernandez has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Portland. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Ball's knocked loose. It's 2-on-1. Now here is Carter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. No good from Vaughn.
The alley-oop is such a fun play to watch, but when it doesn't convert, it's probably the wrong choice.
I guess that makes that one a terrible choice.
And it's blocked.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Carter outside. And now here's Fernandez, the fast break opportunity. And here's the rejection. Carter with it. Pass to Vaughn. Up in the screen to the paint. Tries to keep it alive. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Pass to Fernandez. He kicks it to Outlaw. Outside, Batum drains it from beyond the arc.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
Blake dishes to Fry. Fernandez from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
Banked in off the glass. And that's 13 points for Kenyon Martin.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
And Batum kicks the Fry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Channing Frye. Now Outlaw. Lays out. 6 on the shot clock. Martin, the pass to Jefferson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times. What a game we've seen here from Martin. He's got 13 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. You guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Stolen by Carter. In low to Martin. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Three-pointer Fernandez. Here's Oden. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
That drive by Carter. They set the pick. Puts the lead pass in front of him. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Nets lead by 10. Here's Blake, defended by Vaughn. Now the feed to Outlaw. Knocks it loose. Here's Oden. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Martin goes in, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And that one falls for Martin. Brandon Roy, he's checked in for Portland. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, they seem to be looking for chances inside a little bit more this half.
And I love that mentality. You talked about it earlier, being the aggressor. It's the right way to play with the lead. Keep attacking. Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Nets leading by 7. Kristich dishes to Martin. Vaughn, the pass to Carter. Carter off a pick from Kristich. Carter with it. Now guarded by Blake. Gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Doubled by Kristich. Outside Roy. He passes it to Batum. Roy. Three-pointer. That's good.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
And here's New Jersey. Dishes it to Kristich. Jefferson. Guarded by Oden. Passes to Vaughn. Back to Martin. Now the dish to Carter. 4 on the shot clock. Batum grabs the miss.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
But it has to translate, Clark. If they're going to cut into this lead, they've got to convert those boards into points.
Shot's good. Now just a 4-point New Jersey lead.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh no, oh yeah.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I would, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're losing by 6. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Nets making a switch here. Roy kicks to Batum. Portland moving the ball. Outside Roy. In transition, here come the Nets. Carter leading the charge. That's good. And the Nets lead by 8.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Here's Blake, defended by Klemenich. And here is Oden. The pass to Blake. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. And out of bounds as New Jersey gains possession. Nets leading by 8. Here's Carter with the lead pass. Kristich. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And here is Blake. Tipped away. Stolen by Robinson. He dishes it to Carter. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Batum with the three. Tries to save it. No luck. And Brooklyn will come the other way. In transition, here come the Nets. Carter leading the charge. And finished off by Jefferson.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Batum for three. And the basket good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Outlaw the pass to Roy. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Carter against Roy. And it's Carter penetrating. No good. Here's Blake. And